Coming up on your UI7 Newsbreak, the Champaign Fire Department started Fire Prevention Week by demonstrating the importance of smoke alarms.
Plus, parents brought their daughters to the Champaign Public Library for an event that celebrates the International Day of the Girl, which promotes gender equality.
Then we meet a local dance instructor who's challenging the perceptions of pole dancing.
Your UI7 Newsbreak starts right now.
From the Richmond Journalism Teaching Studio at the University of Illinois campus, this is your UI7 Newsbreak.
Hello, and welcome to UI7 Newsbreak. I'm Zach Caparelli.
And I'm Jordan Moore. The Champaign Fire Department kicked off Fire Prevention Week on Sunday. UI7's Rachel Lenosi has more on the importance of fire safety.
Fire Prevention Week started on Sunday, and children and adults of all ages headed to Marketplace Mall in Champaign to learn about fire safety.
Now we're ready to go.
Firefighters arrived in their usual fashion in the big red fire truck. Kids were offered their own red fire hats and took charge in learning about all aspects of fires, starting with the fire truck itself, from the hoses to the flashlights to the back seats, and even learning where the head of the fire truck sits.
Well, I think it's very important that they learn what to do in case of a fire and what to do to prevent fire, so that if an emergency ever would arise, they would know what to do.
After stepping down from the truck, attendees also had the opportunity to learn about smoke alarms, which was a theme for this year's Fire Prevention Week. Firefighters used a small model of a house to demonstrate potential fire hazards and played the sound of an actual smoke alarm to show people what to listen for in case of a fire.
Smoke alarms allow us that early opportunity to exit the house in case of an emergency. By having a working smoke alarm, you can actually be notified of any sort of problem inside the house quicker. And that's important. These seconds count in case of a fire.
As you can see behind me, there are many different kinds of smoke alarms. Smoke alarms should be replaced every 10 years, and you're able to check the back to know when the expiration date is.
I mean, this has been really nice. The kids have liked it, and it's kind of exciting to get to see a fire truck outside.
While Fire Prevention Week only lasts 7 days, it's important to continue fire safety precautions throughout the entire year. In Champaign, Rachel Lenosi, UI7 Newsbreak.
Columbus Day has changed a lot over the years. UI7 Mike Rymack talked to U of I students who are turning Columbus Day into something new.
In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and with it he brought tragedy to the indigenous people of America. The Indigenous Student Organization at the University of Illinois recently held a movie viewing and discussion to promote the idea of renaming Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day.
Yeah, so today we had a film discussion type of project where we were going to use Indigenous Peoples Day, formerly, or also known as Columbus Day, to really get the word out there on how to correctly celebrate this day in history.
This documentary was about a Native American group in Colorado clashing with the Columbus Day parade. Its goal was to show how Indigenous people felt about the day, and it did have an effect on its audience.
This documentary was very well balanced. It showed both sides of the issue and got everybody thinking about it. And it would be an interesting thing to look into. And right now there's a petition out for it. And I'm going to look at the petition and probably sign it.
The Native American House's petition has garnered almost 100 signatures in just the first few days. They plan on continuing to spread this petition to other groups across campus. They've even gotten student government involved.
The petition at this point is really Illinois and the community saying, we want to be a part of this history that we are making. Within the first day, the people, this Illinois Student Senate, who we wanted to reach out to, one of its members has reached out to us saying that they are willing to help us, create a draft to present to the Senate.
And for UI7 Newsbreak, I'm Mike Rymack.
Columbus Day is one of several holidays named after a man. That's why the Champaign Public Library is helping empower women by celebrating the International Day of the Girl.
Look at that rocket! Did you know that you can make that rocket?
Father Brian Joseph teaches his 2-year-old daughter, Juliana, that the sky is the limit regarding her life goals. by encouraging education and showing her examples of successful women, like the woman behind each booth of the Day of the Girl event. Jurczyk gives his daughter the tools to be successful.
More resources available to little girls today that were available before but needed an advocate to go and get it to them, but now there's so many different advocates.
Jurczyk is not the only one striving to empower young girls this year, as the First Lady will be doing her part to celebrate the day as well.
This year, over 100 countries are Skyping in to hear Michelle Obama speak of the empowering moments and struggles girls across the world have had. Champaign Public Library is starting a bit early this year by showing girls that they can do anything.
Erin Todd, who organized the event, explains the motivation of highlighting the worldwide day in Champaign.
Around the world, it's really great that girls know that there's people in Africa and Asia and the United States that are all talking about how to be stronger girls, how to be stronger together.
Based off Juliana's goals, it is safe to say the combined efforts of mentors are making this Day of the Girl a successful one.
How about career? What do you want to be when you grow up?
Be a scientist? Do you want to be a rocket engineer?
In Champaign, Jordan Moore, UI7 Newsbreak.
When we come back, we'll hear how a U of I tailgate is giving miracle families a chance.
We will also hear about how a U of I student is breaking stereotypes about pole dancing at a studio in Champaign.
Heart doesn't see race. Love is love.
Pretty much a good day for me would be people leaving their hands off of me. I'm always called names. Everywhere that I go, there's always someone calling me names, calling me gay. I've been choked, thrown up against a wall, punched. Nobody's ever tried to help me.
You've messed up your son's haircut.
Mom?
Do you A, try to fix it?
Like it never happened.
B, work with what you got? Or C, show solidarity?
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello? That's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Hello and welcome back. Illinithon held its first annual tailgate this weekend to help children in Central Illinois.
UI7's Natasha Mosquera tells us about the event and what it means to Levi Muller and his miracle family, who were in attendance this weekend.
Levi is a 7-year-old kid who has battled sensory issues for quite some time. Now undiagnosed, he was able to enjoy a tailgate for the first time. Sporting his Illinois shirt and specialized hat, Levi thanks St. John's for all they have done for him.
Thank you for everything that you have done.
His father, David Muller, expressed his gratitude for being blessed with the opportunity for him and his family to attend such a noteworthy event.
This is unbelievable. If not for the boon of the Illinithon and the other help that we get from the Children's Miracle Network, we would have never been able to do something like this. All these people, this special thing. We keep a Facebook page, Levi's Journey, just to show everybody this is our struggle, this is real, this is what we go through. And moments like this, we throw that up on his page and we say, this is a win, this is incredible, we can feel normal, he can interact with other people. And I just beside myself with joy.
Senior Courtney Wright is the Executive Director of Special Events and has been with Illinithon since her freshman year.
It's a really great organization. I'm obviously very passionate about it, and I just love the kids that we raise money for and getting to hang out with them. You know, in situations like this, you get to hear their stories and really see like how appreciative they are of everything we do. So this is a really cool way for us to show that we really are like one generation fighting for the next.
Today's tailgate is finally coming to an end, and I think it's safe to say that Levi had a wonderful time with his family, considering it was his first one.
ILL?
INI.
In Champaign, Natasha Mosquera, UI7 Newsbreak.
Over at the Illinois Soccer Stadium, Illini Soccer had to take on a whole lot of kiddos Sunday after beating Michigan State 3-1. UI7's Lola Garcia tells us more about the big game after the game.
To celebrate the 20th year of women's soccer at Illinois, young soccer fans gathered at the Illinois Soccer Stadium on Sunday afternoon after their game against Michigan State. The 100 Kids vs. Illini Soccer is an annual event that allows fans to take on the Illinois soccer team in a scrimmage match. Dontavius Kelly was among one of the kids to attend the event. This is Kelly's second year being a part of 100 Kids.
I'm excited because we play Michigan State, and they're a pretty hard team, but right now we're winning, so that's why I like. And I'm glad to play 100 versus 100 kids versus Illini, and hopefully I can have fun.
During the game, two fans had a table displaying paracord bracelets that the team made. All the proceeds go to the Soccer Without Borders and the Fighting Illini team up to empower young women in Nicaragua. Event coordinator Alex Krebs mentioned that he has been preparing for this event for over a month.
This is my first year doing this. Most of the things are the same. We did a lot more reaching out to our local soccer teams than we usually have in the past, though. So.
Illini alumni were in attendance at the game. The event was free, and after the game, the kids were able to interact with the Illinois soccer team. Although the Illinois soccer team did beat the Michigan State Spartans, they were no match for the kids. Laura Blyle brought her two daughters to the match and mentioned that her kids look up to the Illinois athletes. She describes the excitement her kids experienced before the game.
I think just kind of getting the shirt on and getting the opportunity to step on the field and that was golden. The smiles on their faces were pretty big.
In Champaign, I'm Lola Garcia, UI7 Newsbreak.
This time on See You Neighbor, a young dancer is taking her talents to new heights. UI7's John Wong tells us how she's trying to change the perception of pole dancing.
At a small studio just outside of campus, Donna Carnow is setting up her equipment and cueing her music. Moments later, she climbs onto the pole she knows so well. Carnow is a senior at the University of Illinois. When she's not in the classroom, you can find her at Defy Gravity Pole Fitness and Aerial Art Studio, where she teaches pole dance and just does what she loves to do.
I'm a dance major at the university, so I figured I've always wanted to try it, might as well try it, and I actually got very involved. And as I got more involved, I actually ended up getting certified and being an instructor in 2015, and it's so incredibly body positive, so empowering for both men and women.
One of those men is Benji Radinsky. He tells us what makes Donna so special in a place like Champaign.
There are so few people out there in the pole world even. Like New York is a hub of contemporary dance and pole sort of meshed together, and that's where she's headed after this year, hopefully. But we don't have that here, and even in Chicago it's hard to find, and Donna's one of the best.
And that thing about the sexual stigma attached to pole dancing, that's where the student side of Donna comes in.
It's very, very structured. I'm just showing that it's equally valid to other techniques in my thesis work.
So, Donna, this is great and all, and I can clearly talk the talk, but should we see if I can walk the walk?
I think it's time for him to get on the pole. Reach away, and then eventually the outside leg replaces the inside leg to grab the pole.
Let's do it.
In Champaign, John Wong, UI7 Newsbreak.
Yeah.
That was a pretty interesting story. I didn't realize how much hard work actually went into pole dancing.
Yeah, I was scared she was going to fall when she was high up on the poles. That's all for this UI7's Newsbreak. I'm Jordan Moore.
And I'm Zach Caparelli. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at UI7 Newsbreak and on Facebook and YouTube for more stories. Just a reminder, UI7 Newsbreak is off next week. Thanks for watching and see you guys in 2 weeks. Anyway.